All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Jellyfish weekly live stream. I hope everybody's having a great day. I do apologize. It looks like my video, or hopefully my audio is good, but my video does seem a little grainy today. I don't know why that is. Might be my this thing right here going crazy. But welcome back. This is our 18th episode. So we are 17 weeks into the project, and we're clipping right along. It is, just for reference, April 3rd, 2025. We do this every single Thursday, shoot for about 9 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And last week, the guys absolutely held it down because I was out of town. I was at Mining Disrupt, and I believe, did you host it last week?
Kind of, yeah.
I appreciate that. Definitely.
No worries, man. No worries. Glad to do it. Thanks for
always nice to see there's some solid guys holding it down. But in the meantime, we do have a couple things to roll through. Let me give the early birds a little shout out in the chat. Of course, we have Mr. Nick the MVP. He got the first. Lupe got the second. Kind of cheated a little bit. He was in here. Lupe's down below if you don't see him right there. You got a camera on this week. Clap for the camera. We have the man for third. Trips is right there, 69th. He was actually fourth. Dan Bulmer, what's happening? Finally, not late to the party. Glad you could make it, Dan. Digital Dumber, what's up, Jelly Gang? Mining of the North, how's it doing up there? Starting to get warm up in the north. Rad CPU Man, what's up, Jelly Gang? And Ager Major, Jelly. Jackson Digital, glad to have you aboard, brother. And it looks like that means we are caught up. Can't post comments to some destinations. Oh, it's giving me that warning for Twitter. So we are dual streaming right now to YouTube and also to Twitter. It looks like the Twitter's not live. Or yeah, the Twitter's live, but there's nobody on Twitter. That's odd. Normally we have quite a few people on Twitter. Might take some time. Regardless, though, rolling right through our schedule for today. So we have now publicly launched the Ironfish community pool. I have a video coming out on my main Brandon Coin channel that's going to show people how to add Ironfish as a supplemental or a dual mining situation if you're already mining Warthog. It mines alongside it very well. I noticed my cards only lost maybe 5%, give or take, on my Warthog hash. Trips or Lupe, are y'all dual mining any iron at the moment?
On one of my wart rigs, I noticed it took a little bit more power, I think.
But yeah, it does bump the power up.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, it wasn't too bad of a hit, to be honest with you. Not normally like when you're with other algos.
Yeah, definitely. And then Dave Plays. I was going to try to get him on live stream this week, but he's actually moving into a new place. But in the kitchen, he's got cooking up a GUI miner, or a new version of the Jellyfish GUI miner that's going to have an option, and you'll be able to check it. So that way you can dual mine and everything's be filled in. The only thing you have to put in is your Ironfish address, which right now we actually have a web wallet inside of the Web3 portal for Ironfish. That's been integrated because there was some people that expressed they didn't necessarily like some of the wallets available for Ironfish. So that was another one. Hats off to Dave for building that and generating that, so you can have a Ironfish web wallet right inside of your Jellyfish Web3 wallet. Don't know how that's going to work. That might just be PC side for right now. I don't know if that'll be a big want on the phone app side. Now moving forward, we have a Varus pool, and it's still in testing phase. It's not available to like publicly look up. If you go over to the Web3 portal and you go to community pools, you'll notice there is the Warthog pool and the Ironfish pool. The Ironfish link has to be fixed. I let Dave know, but like I said, he's moving into his new place. That pool is still up, so if you want access to it, you can go over to the Discord and get the current IP information to connect. But the link is broken at the moment. But the Varus pool is not up on there. If you want access to the Varus pool, go over to the Discord and at Dragon, Dragon's Nest 3D Printing. He's one of the staff, and he's pretty much taken charge on running the Varus pool, to my knowledge. Is that correct, Trips? Did anything happen in the last week?
Not
Okay.
really. Nope.
Yeah, Dragon is definitely our resident phone miner. He's been accumulating quite a bit of them as time goes on. So that's and then just heading up the last thing to get all of our mining stuff out of the way. The Warthog pool's been running pretty strong. Obviously, we are down hash rate right now. Let me I can pull this up right here and show it.
While you're pulling that up, Jackson Digital said he's been dual mining Ergo with his Wart rigs.
Yep.
Seems
How's
pretty.
Ergo
That's another one you can do.
Yeah.
Ergo is
He also said that we hit a block on the Bears pool the other day.
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah.
We don't have a ton of hash rate on our Varus pool, so any blocks we hit are significant.
Yeah, Dragon. I was talking to Dragon the other day, and he was showing me, for what phones are doing, man, it's pretty impressive. I mean, his phones were making as much, if not more, than GPUs were. So
yeah, especially for the cost of a phone, like if you can get the HMD vibes, they're like $29. No GPU for $30 is gonna make anything ever. So it is a little bit more involved on the setup. It's not like just plug and play, but it's different. If you like DIY stuff, phone mining is kind of cool. Now we're looking over here, Jellyfc pool. We are down to 189 gigahash, but we're still hitting blocks. I noticed we're actually positive more than we're negative. Whenever you look at how many expected blocks versus how many we're hitting in the last 24 hours. So our server is still absolutely rocking it. I don't think anybody's had any kind of connectivity issues ever since we switched over and we're on the big boy server now. Has Digital Dumber. That's because it's a psyop. It's a psyop. They are the same people. 100%. Dan said we need more miners on the Varus pool, dust off those Androids and put them to work. That is one thing. If you got old Androids laying around, it is surprising that you could take a 3, 4, 5-year-old phone and get 4 or 5 mega hash out of them when at very low wattage. So yeah, everything's chugging along on the mining side of things. I know a lot of people are not super excited about mining at the moment, but yields are up. Like obviously Warthog price is down. Almost everything price-wise is down. That is proof of work and also proof of stake. The market knows no bounds. But I noticed my Warthog yields are up significantly. Are your guys's as well? Because network hash rates.
Oh yeah, network hash rate just dropped off on a lot of tokens. If you look out there, excuse me, and a lot of the solo miners can take advantage of it too, because a lot of people, because when network hash rate varies on solo mining, that's when they tend to strike. So yeah, 100%. Don't go overboard right now, but still, it's if you're treating it as a hobby,
do what you can afford.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, Mr. Brad Johnson was asking, is the Varus pool going to merge mine?
Merge mine 22 project. So I know there is a lot of merge mineable tokens for cell phones and chips, bars, stuff like that. Dragon's looking into not all of them, but the more popular ones. That's why the Varus pool is not 100% ready to go at the moment. We will also be integrating Jellyfish or Jellyfc merge into, or not merge, depending on some people's definition. Reward, into the Varus pool as well once it's ready for public launch. But I did want to clarify one thing, and Ironfish is not getting the merge option because by my understanding and pretty much everybody else in the industry, Ironfish is more of a complementary or a considered a dual mining token at this point. Obviously it was being individually mined in the beginning, but since it's complementary to Warthog, you would be mining your Warthog, getting your Jelly payment on the side, and then you could add Ironfish to that to get another token or another coin. Sorry, it's not a token. In addition to that, essentially triple mining on Warthog. That's why the Ironfish doesn't have additional merge payouts. But Varus being a totally different blockchain and everything, it would have Jelly added onto that when it launches. So to clarify, because a lot of people have asked that. I'll move my phones over from Viper. I only have 3. Brad Johnson. Every phone counts.
We love it.
Yeah. I have 4 running right now, and I have another 1, 2, 3, 4 stacked up back here that I need to get shucked and pull the batteries out of them, get them prepped, and get those running as well.
Hey, that's a first, Mr. Digital Dumber. I'm quadruple mining with wart, iron, zill, and jelly. Love it.
Wart, iron, zill, jelly. Heck yeah, quad
Let's go.
mining.
Not controversial.
Yeah. Now, I guess the last thing is to roll for a new multiplier for what I had scheduled. We have some other things coming up for Trips and Lupe, so stay tuned. Our last week we didn't get updated, correct?
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're good.
we're
Hey,
team,
man, we're
bro.
on this, baby.
What was it?
Got you.
What was it?
I'm just gonna
What was
stop.
It was not good
It was not
for
good.
the community. It was.
Oh, he's cutting
The
in
first
and out.
roll was better.
Is it
for
22?
Sure.
So last week was 22. I just pulled it up right now, or no?
I don't
chat.
remember.
Help us out, chat. Somebody
was
in chat
low.
will know. That's horrible of us not to know, Luke.
Oh man, it's too much stuff.
I think it was like, it was 22.
It was something like that.
It
Well, it says
low.
22 on the thing. So
Okay,
hopefully it was 22.
Dave updated it like.
Yeah, Dave was on
basically.
stream last week, so we coordinated.
Perfect. It
Thank
was
you,
22.
chat.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Let's see here. All right, so we got random number generator. We'll go ahead and get a fresh refresh on this. Update multipliers at 22, and we're gonna do minimum 2, maximum 100. What do you guys think? Lock it in. Oh, look at that.
Hey, shout out to
Batman.
the brand.
Batman's dropping that daggone, that thick syrup, maple syrup money in Canadian dollars. I mean, if things keep going the way they're going, we might all be using Canadian dollars. We might be the 53rd precinct or whatever y'all call states, you know.
All right, so we got
577.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, what did we do last week, Lupe? Didn't we say like somebody guessed it and you gave them some?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we did it twice, right?
Yep.
If you guessed one, it was 500 jelly. And if you guessed both, I believe it was 10,000 jelly.
Jeez, Pete.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
All right.
And it doesn't have to be in order. Doesn't matter. As long as if you pick both, I'm cool with it.
100,000 jelly?
10,000.
10,000.
Calm down.
Whoa, trigger.
DJ said, roll twice, keep the highest. I don't think we've done that from the beginning though.
No.
We kept the second. Yeah, we kept the second always. The first time we did this, it worked out though.
Yeah, it's worked out 50% of the time, every time. What's up, Crypto Mikkel? Glad you're here, brother. Let me see. Whenever we're ready to go, let me know.
Yeah, I think we gave him enough time.
All right, we're going to draw it. So, first one is 39.
Oh, somebody already hit one number.
Hugh Franklin,
Yeah.
39. Anybody else got a 39?
Yeah, Hugh Franklin. Let's go.
I think he's the only one.
Congrats, you.
Yeah.
Second number is
Oh.
9.
Oh.
Is there a niner in there?
9.
That hurts.
I don't think anybody guessed a 9.
No. Nobody wants to guess a 9.
All right. Did we roll one more time? That one's horrible. It's literally the worst multiplier we've ever seen.
April Fools.
Right. I support another roll for sure. Watch it be like a 5.
in honor of the market in a whole, not only just Jelly FC, but everything just straight looking red. Let's roll again. You know, unprecedented. There we go.
There we
I
go.
love
Sorry, that's gonna be loud. Rip headphones.
93.
There
We're gonna
we
go ahead and we're gonna lock it in. Who wants to be a millionaire style? We're locked in.
Locked it in.
Mr. Q, brother, go into the Discord channel, open up a ticket. Let me know your Solana address, and I'll send it over.
There we go. Yeah,
There we go.
everybody's feeling that one. There we go. 93. Yeah, y'all better be hitting the faucet now. You be getting 93 just for touching it.
Mhm. Love it. Love it.
All right, so I think let me check my list. I think that's all I had on my itinerary. So, if Trips or Lupe, who's ready first?
Mine's
Go
Trips.
for it, man.
Yeah. All right, so
real quick.
let me pull this back up. Where'd I go? There we go.
I remember my first time using StreamYard.
Man,
Oh,
hey, how is it, Trips, to be in control?
No.
There's a lot of buttons. There's just a lot of buttons.
Yeah, and you know everybody's watching what you do, so that's like you're like hesitating to do it. See it like that. It's like
yeah, that's weird. I don't know about that.
It's a cool, but
Look at my shades though, dude.
Ooh, that's high def, bro. So yeah, kind of roll into my stuff. It's real quick, simple. The mobile app has been grinding, working. To be honest, like it's way more of a, hold on, let me rephrase that. We want it to be better than just putting something out for the time being. So we kind of took a step back, and I was trying to use a lot of, full transparency, I was trying to use a lot of pictures in the background of the app, and the contrast just was, it just didn't look right, because you have to have, we've tested it on Android phones, Android tablets, and iOS. So like the color on one was different than the other, and the balance of the text wasn't right. So rather than, you know, put out something out of my brain kind of thing, we took a step back, and we actually consulted you know, professionals, and saw what they did. So we're doing a lot more of the structured approach, if you will. So other than the design, we're getting pretty far with the data fetching, I'll call it. That was a big thing that, you know, we obviously, it has to be very secure, and we only wanted to grab what data we need, yada yada yada. So that's that should be wrapped up soon-ish. And then really it's a matter of designing it, making it look the way we want it to look, making sure everything functions. And then once the team's comfortable with everything, I think that's when we'll actually release it to testers and whatnot. And I know I've said that for
about 100 times,
20 weeks, but you know, it's seriously,
You haven't been at it for 20
I
weeks.
know. It's been a learning process for sure. And you know, again, we want it to be right. We don't want to, sorry for my language, but half-ass something and then put it out. So it's going to have a lot of cool stuff, because we have some goofy minds working on it. So there's going to be some really different stuff on it. But I'm still shooting for beta to be, you know, released hopefully by the end of the month. But I will keep everybody in tuned on that.
Love it.
Yep.
Small note, Monday's holders meeting that was originally for the beginning of this month has been postponed. I put it as an announcement in the Discord, but if you guys didn't know, it will be on the 7th. And to get into that, you will have to have access to the Jellyfish chat in the Discord, and I will be sending an invite link. So that way people can join in and talk. We're going to have people come up on the floor, express their kind of stuff. And we're going to basically be taking some community ideas, voting on them right then and there, and putting them into a development or production kind of timeline. So that way it's not only what we want with the project. It's what you guys want as well. So just wanted to clear that up also. And I apologize. I came back from Florida and was like dead to the world. Didn't even know it was Monday. And then got a phone call. Hey, when's the meeting? And I'm like, you're kidding me. It's like 10:30. The meeting was supposed to start an hour ago. But I apologize. Full responsibility. Had a couple people reach out to me. They were very upset. And I'm like, well, look, it's never going to happen again. We're going to do it again, and we'll be there this time.
Maybe we'll do it monthly or something,
I think monthly. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I think like the first Monday of every month. It probably works for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I guess some of the more exciting stuff would be
the fun stuff. Know what I'm saying? It's the beginning
yeah,
of the month. Y'all know what that means.
Program.
Yes, sir. Referral program. So let me see if I can do this correctly.
Everybody's like, we don't want to know about that. We want to know about the loyalty, the giveaway.
All right.
Okay. The loyalty giveaway. Just showing it off.
So I'm sure most of y'all. Oh no, we're doing Discord first. Referral program first.
Teasing.
Oh yeah, tease them out. So as most of you know, we do a referral program. So if you invite somebody into the server, we offer 10 jelly for each invite. And I have the results for this month. So
you want me to put your screen up?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll just get it up. So this month was quite a bit slower than previous months, but to be expected with the state of the market. So right now we've got a couple from Mr. Aragorn Strider, a few from Dave Plays, and then also a few from Serpent. So I'll get in the Discord announcements thing and our giveaways page, and I'll tag you guys and tell you to send me your Solana address, and then get you paid out ASAP. So that's all I got for the Discord referral program, but the next one will be the loyalty program. So let me stop this and start a new one.
Back on Vega, bringing people in.
Dude, I'm telling you. Goated.
He has some links on his videos.
I'm going to share with you the list that I have. It's nothing too special here, but just so you guys know, I've got a bunch. Actually, hold on. Let's hold off on that.
Hold off on that. See you, Lupe. He's like,
Lupe.
Let's hold off on that. He's out.
We'll give him a second to get reconnected. So the for people that don't know, the loyalty program is if you hold at least 500K jellyfish or more, you get an entry, and we draw winners to get different things every month. So last month was a Xbox, graphics card, and a nerd miner. Lupe's back. This month was the top prize was this 5x5 or 10 nerd miner with the dock and everything. For the first prize. Second prize was this is the NM, this is the upgraded nerd miner, and this is a stackable one. So if you manage to buy more of these, you can plug it into this side and then plug more into this side. So you could eventually have like a lightning rod of nerd miners going up to the sky. I don't know. These are really cool. They're definitely not as cheap as the normal little plug-in ones, but still pretty cool. And these do 120 kilohash instead of like, what's the standard? 60 or 70?
75, I think.
75. Yeah, like all these are like 75 a piece. So this does like almost double. Just different design. And then the third place prize was a like regular ESP32 standard little no frills nerd miner. So lots of nerd miner stuff this month. And welcome back, Lupe.
Yeah, just so y'all know, I'm an idiot. Pressed the wrong button.
Spacebar gate.
You know, I got hit with the old Alt F4 trick and fell for it again.
It happens.
Okay, now you can show the screen. So I've got everything tallied up. We had this time 412 entries. I don't remember what last month was, but it was somewhere similar. So anyway, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm shuffling.
Shuffle.
All right, Give me a drum roll. You know what I'm saying? Brrr. Shabam.
That's a cool wheel.
Is, I try my best.
I like it.
I should find an ocean one.
Winner is Marauder.
Mr.
Congrats,
Marauder.
man.
Yes, sir.
Marauder got boom. ESP32 Nerd Miner.
Yeah,
Boom.
boy.
Be mining. So next up is the second place prize, the NM upgraded Nerd Miner.
Let me make sure that it's smart enough to do this. Okay, it is. All right, we're gonna shuffle again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Marauder. Old Cranky. That's a new one. I love it.
Cranky. So old Cranky, definitely open up a ticket and reach out to us so we can get your information, and get your stuff sent out.
Yes, sir.
And that is the
I think
guy.
I can't remember. I think Old Cranky didn't have a lot. We're gonna shuffle again. Okay. The last one. The biggest winner of this month. 3, 2, 1. Fingers crossed, y'all. Scoots. Shout
Never
out to
seen that.
Scoots, man.
Shout out Scoots.
Old
Guys, if
Scoots.
you're one of these 3 people, definitely open up a ticket. Let's get you some cool stuff. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Also, big shout out to Bitcoin Merch. They basically sponsored this month because they sent over this guy, and then they also sent over. They didn't send over the upgraded one. They sent over some ESP32s. So hats off to Bitcoin Merch. If you need any like little small, they kind of specialize in smaller like home miners and stuff. They have some of the bigger stuff, but yeah, this is more of their market entry level. And I think this setup is like right at $199 or $200. Obviously, if you buy everything individual yourself, you'll probably source it out cheaper, but it's that convenience factor.
Mm-hmm.
And these are pretty cool because each and every one of these has a screen on it. So like when they're all running, they're all like, doing their own thing. And if you hit a Bitcoin block with one of these,
oh my goodness,
just remember us.
Stop
Just
it.
remember where it came from.
Yeah, just remember that, family,
Buy some jelly.
Yeah.
Brandon,
I
got a
you
question
don't even have
for
to
you.
give us money. Just buy jelly.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Lupe?
I got to stay true to my word. And last week, I got the question, and I said I would at least provide an update.
Yep.
So can you please tell us what kind of update, if any, that we have on the Tangent wallet?
Yes. So without doxing our actual conversation, they had provided a finalized draft of the image, which I can pull that back up and show you. But we talked about that, I think, on 2 weeks ago. And then I reached back out to them a day or 2 ago, and I was just like, hey, what's the process? What's the next step? Blah, blah, blah. And essentially they're like, well, it's still in the works. Like, we're still getting it ready. So they have the digital like image all ready for the card, which I'll pull that up and show you guys if you haven't seen it. Right.
Digital
Here.
dumber.
But this is also a twofold answer here in a second, and I'll lead right into that because it's sitting over my shoulder in that green bag. Where's my screen at? There it is. So add to stage. I have to remove yours. Remove yours. Add mine. So this is their finalized render, I believe is the correct word for the card. It's going to have the jellyfish with the pixelated logo on the front, and then Brandon coin on the back, all hunky-dory. And they will have the discount involved with it as well. I think the 3-card set is $58 or $59. They said they would get back to us on the finalized price once it's ready to go. But yeah, that's essentially all we have on Tangent at the moment. They're not exactly the fastest, but the turtle won the race. Is that I don't even know what the saying is.
They're gonna be
It's
cool.
a great product.
They're gonna be cool.
In the meantime, though, One Key reached out, and I've actually been super pumped about getting these in because I've been using the One Key desktop app, which these are hardware wallets that link to the desktop app. And they added us natively inside their app, so you can just search Jellyfc or put our contract address in, and you can also swap us inside their app too, just like Phantom. And they have bridging inside their app, so you can bridge from different chains over to different chains. So if you get Bitcoin, you can bridge it to Solana and then swap it over to Jelly and do all kinds of stuff. So One Key, I really like the app. It's sometimes a little slow. I've noticed that, but I got their hardware wallets in. They sent in 2 of them. One for me to open up and do a review on, and then one for me to do a giveaway. So we got the One Key Classic hardware wallet, factory sealed, and they even sent it in one of these cool little the gift bags, which totally unnecessary because it's like being shipped through the mail, but I just had to put it in there because I love the green. I don't know, it definitely grabs our attention. So One Key, they haven't done anything custom for us other than literally adding us to their platform, which hats off to them because they didn't make us pay anything. They actually provided us free stuff to give away, which that's not the norm, especially for a small. I probably did leverage a little bit of like the Brandon Coin YouTube stuff, but they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll definitely add that for you," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Hey, so Dan Bulmer asked the question: what's the minimum pre-order on the Tangems when that does come around?
So normally, I said natively. Normally they do a 350 unit pre-order. But they're working on us with doing 100. So they do batches of 100. And to see how they go and how that kind of thing works. So we'll get our own custom domain through Tangem. And it'll be, have like, if you've ever seen the red, I think Rabid Mining, Red Panda, and then there's a couple other YouTubers. They have their own, domain. It has its all layout. It's through Tangem, like a subdomain, and you'll order it or pre-order it through them. But yeah, because I told them, I was like, people probably want these things, sooner than later. I've seen where some of these pre-orders get stretched out for a long period of time. 350. I don't know with especially the market right now is not what it was 2 months ago.
Dude, 350 is a lot.
A lot of wallets, right?
Man, that's like a third of all holders. Like that's.
Rabbits are still not released. How many does he have left to sell?
So just from a dummy, I never actually experienced this. Do when you pre-order, do you prepay?
I'm gonna be honest. I think you do.
Yeah. So their money has just been locked up forever, and like, when did we? Well, not we, but like when do you call it? And you're like, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna make 350.
Okay, so Rabid Mining production will start when 350 orders are collected. There's 336 left. How long has this been up?
God.
Ooh. Hopefully not for a very long time. Yeah.
Dan Bulmer said, had to cancel my Rabid after 6 months.
Oh my goodness.
6 months. So this has been going on for a long time.
Dude, that's tough, man.
Maybe that's also what led them to not doing the 350 and altering it to 100. I definitely think we can get to 100.
Yeah.
There is going to be an incentive, and I did ask if there's a way for us to verify people that did buy the Tangem, so that way we could give them a reward, i.e. jellyfish, and it would be sent to their Tangems once they activate it. But yeah, that's not our. I'm hoping these things get like banged out in like less than a month, and people start getting them in their hands. I know I was gonna buy a couple. I was gonna get one for my brother, for like a kind of Christmas thing or whatever, early Christmas present. One for my dad because he's into crypto now, and he thinks like everything on his phone's safe. He just broke his phone, got a new one, and I was so nervous for him because I'm like, you have your seed phrases, right? And he's like, what is that? And I'm like,
Oh,
that's the thing that we printed out. And then he was like, yeah, I got it. And then we recovered his he had a Phantom wallet, and then he also had a MetaMask. So we were able to recover both of those. And I'm like, so yeah. Trips, is that a video on your monitor? Yeah.
Yeah, I just loop all the Jelly music videos. That's the one that I made.
Fire.
Oh.
That was good.
And also, if you're on staff, you're obligated to buy 10 wallets a piece. You have to.
Right.
I have five. I know. I think of five, 3 of my brothers, 1 for me, and then I think I might get 1 as a present for one of my dudes.
I'll probably buy a few.
I could definitely see us like going ahead and pre-ordering some of them to do like future like loyalty giveaways with and stuff. And from my understanding, as long as you keep them factory sealed, they're like not going to be compromised. But even because somebody's like, oh, what if they got malware on them and stuff? If they're factory sealed, and then you also reset the device when you set it up, wouldn't it generate a new seed phrase?
Well, the thing is the RFID inside of it. I mean, that's like,
it's all local, right? It has to be local to use it. So, yeah, because somebody's like, how is it safe to be able to give one of these away? Because then you would have a different person would have it in their possession.
I mean, well, never mind. I won't say that.
Potato. This is open talk right now, Lupe. Express your concerns.
I mean, I'm just saying, some people might have the same question about the Web3 wallet, but people are still in it. So why wouldn't you trust us with a wallet to give away? That's crazy. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think in my criminal brain. I'm trying to think how you would do that, and you have the wallet. As long as you have the wallet, somebody else could have access to the funds if they duplicated the wallet, I suppose. But you would need to literally, in a box, somehow steal the RFID, duplicate that in another card, and then have it with the phone that the person is using. So then you'd have to SIM swap them. So now you need a SIM swap and you need the RFID. And you might even need their face or a 2FA if they have that enabled.
So not impossible.
It's not
not likely.
We're not doing that.
Well, that's honestly one of the I don't want to say holdbacks, but one of the things with the mobile phone, like all this stuff was open to my eyes. Sorry, I shouldn't show. All this stuff was open to my eyes, and I'm like, oh, that's bad. And he's like, the team's like, yeah, we don't want that to happen. So Dan Bulmer, good point. Tangem hasn't been hacked yet. I was actually going to bring that up. They're one of the only wallets that I know of that has never, they haven't been hacked, and they didn't do that sketchy stuff like, what was it, Ledger, when they were like, oh, we're splitting your seed phrases here, there, and everywhere.
Well, and also Ledger folded to the US government. I don't know if you guys heard about that. I have a Ledger somewhere, and I am not using that thing because if your device gets seized by the feds, Ledger will unlock it.
Right.
It's already been
crazy, dude. I actually got the opportunity to meet some Ledger guys, and they seem so cool. But
well, of course they did.
Hey, I'll be honest. If the feds come knocking at the door, you probably got to do what you got to do. And
I don't know what I would do because I've never had it happen.
They're U.S. based, whereas Tangem is based in what?
Switzerland, I believe.
Oh, Switzerland. Yeah, I was saying Sweden. I don't think the feds have any jurisdiction out there.
Yeah. Well, and the whole them having access to my seed phrase is just like, that's a big no-no with me. I mean, we probably started with paper wallets, like literally you would print out your computer screen, take it off of your printer, and that was the only trace of that seed phrase. Whereas now there's a database of them somewhere. That's scary stuff to me. So I'm with you. I'm staying away from anything that does stuff like that. So Tangem, and I have a Tangem. It's the only cold wallet I own. And knock on wood, it's been infallible.
I was gonna say, to be clear, also the one key wallets, the original one key wallet, which is the classic. So this vulnerability has been patched, but there was a hacker group that was able to take one of the originals open and access the funds. But that vulnerability has been patched. So from the classics forward, they have not had that issue, because the first thing, if you search, is one key wallet safe? Of course, it goes right to that. And they were actually a white hat hacker group. So they found this vulnerability and went to them with it. And I think they're actually working in tandem they created the classic, and then also they have the pro. So I have a one key pro coming in, and I don't know. I feel safe. I don't obviously, and I don't suggest anybody to do this. I don't keep all my crypto on any single device, platform, location. I have all my crypto in different places. So even if one of them got, hacked, compromised, stolen, whatever you want to call it, it wouldn't be everything. So I don't know if that's the safest bet for everybody, but it's the whole eggs in the basket scenario, right?
It's a lot of managing too.
And we're on, I mean, that being said, if a lot of people like, the devs and whatnot hold a lot of jellyfish, we have separate wallets for that very reason. We have, what is it, Zelcore, we will hopefully have Tangem, we have one key. I thought there was another one I'm forgetting.
Well, luckily, we've already been added to the Tangem.
Yeah, I was gonna say we are on Tangem. We just don't have.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
So.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
We've applied and been added to. Obviously, we were on Phantom right away. Was it Sol Player wallet? Yeah,
Yep.
a lot of people use that. And then Tangem, one key added us, Zelcore. There's another one.
I thought there was. I'm forgetting.
I can't remember either.
There's a few. Exodus doesn't. We don't work with them like just searching, but you can add our contract address and and send the tokens back and forth as well. Same with the Coinbase wallet. You can add our token address and add it to the not Coinbase, but the Coinbase wallet. On Coinbase wallet, our logo pops up and our price, but if you search Jellyfc, we don't pop up. At least that's the last time I looked. I don't use Coinbase wallet.
Well, I remember several of us from the dev team. Oh, yes,
a little bit.
Yes, you are.
You're all right.
You're good though. I remember several of us from the dev team though were like, really like Exodus, and I would assume that we probably figured or tried to figure out what we can do to get listed on that, right?
I believe Dave has also reached out to, and I have sent Exodus quite a few emails to their support and contact. Heard absolutely zero back. I was reading online, and apparently Exodus pulls their API from CoinMarketCap. So if we got fully listed on CoinMarketCap, then we would be, in like Flynn. So
got you.
I think they don't add coins; they just pull them from the API.
Triple Nickel asked if has Cold Card ever been hacked. I'm sure a cold wallet has been hacked. I mean, I'm positive of it. I don't know any off the top of my head, but the new ones are, and I mean, nothing's unhackable. We have to keep that in mind. If they want it, they'll be able to get it. But again, if not putting all your eggs in the same basket. The thing I like about Tangem is you have to have the card, you have to have the phone, and then I have 2FA set up on it too, so you have to have my Google 2FA. So I mean, it's tough to do, and even I probably shouldn't say this, but I have a Flipper Zero. I don't know if you guys know what those are. It's the little orange hacky device. It's a device, and my brother and I tried, but we couldn't get anything off of my Tangem, even with it. So those things are, after I saw that, those things are pretty solid. But again, anything can be hacked. Just don't lose your card and you're fine. You know what I mean?
Brohan
Bro,
just said he gave
yeah.
our 3,000th rocket on DexScreener. Let's go.
Thank you,
Couple
bro.
rockets, yeah. Yeah, so I think that's basically everything. I am gonna run another like week-long giveaway on the giveaways section, so you join it with the bot over on the Discord. And obviously after you win, or if you do win, make a help ticket. We had a couple people that never made a ticket and they won, and it tags you. It actually sends you a private message as well. So thought that was super odd.
Hey Brandon, wouldn't it
yeah.
be cool? Wouldn't it be cool if some way you were notified by your phone for that?
It would be. That would be real cool, actually.
That would be a nice feature.
It'd be real cool if we started working on that soon.
I know somebody should get on that, dude.
Yeah, and then we just
update on the
deposit it
wheel.
into the Web3 wallet. We don't even ask. We just
Yes.
boom, you won.
Yeah,
One day.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna kick me and then the wheel thing. I know I've seen it being worked on still.
Yeah, Dave Plays was trying to brush up the ironfish pool because he took the lead on that one. So that spin the wheel, depending on his moving situation, and he gets his office set back up. He said he's like less than a day to be able to have it done. So maybe by next week. You know what? If we don't have spin the wheel ready, and you can quote me, we're doing a 1,000,000 jellyfish giveaway on next Thursday. If spin the wheel's not live,
spin the wheel will be ready in about 2 hours. Y'all.
Yeah, I'm not getting kicked in the junk tonight. I know who is.
Oh man, that's great. I love it. By next week.
my next live stream. Yeah, next Thursday live stream. So yeah, people are like, that ain't happening. Or it might happen. Dave might be sick for like the next week straight. I'm like,
oh no,
Rips, I need you to figure this out. Like we're in there and just it'll be a wheel and it's just spinning and it's just one. That's just
I know some people if he's hemmed up. I know some people.
Yeah. Dang, there was one other thing I wanted to cover before we got off here. Y'all talk about something for a minute because I got the fog.
Race cars? Can we talk about race cars?
dude.
Sure,
How much
race cars
money
for a
they
minute,
cost?
Yeah.
My goodness.
So everybody doesn't know, but Lupe's in the process of building a Maverick little race car. So I've been watching them. Got some seats for it this week, buddy?
I did. I got some seats. I got an intake for the engine. I got a oil pan, and we are coming along. Transmission is ready. Gonna look for a rear end this week.
Nice.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, you're getting me the itch to now that the kiddos are like almost 5, they can actually appreciate it too. Do you remember what you were talking about over there, Captain? I mean,
you know what? It must not have been important.
It couldn't have been. We were talking about spin the wheel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it had anything to do with that or not.
Well,
so yeah, I'm not sure. There was an ant on my desk.
You got ants already down there?
Dude, it's been, today was hot. We were sweating. Like it was 80 something degrees. Summer's here. Like it's
same here, dude.
So it's crazy. I have dehumidifiers in pretty much every room because I don't like it, like that super humidity kind of thing. North Carolina gets like, a plus 80% like all the time, if not 90%. So your AC's just spitting out water constantly. And I run dehumidifiers, especially in like the kids' room and in our bedrooms and stuff. And I noticed like all through the winter, I never emptied them. It was a dry winter, dry heat. It's been warm for like a week. Kids dehumidifier slam full. It was blinking full. I'm like, yep, it's back. It's back in full effect. And then our bedroom one was like 3/4 of the way full. So
have you ever put a watt meter on one of those suckers?
Oh, it's not pretty.
Is it bad?
It's not pretty, dude.
What are they full?
It's like a portable air conditioner, bro. If it's
Oh,
running
man.
all the time,
I
you're
want to
probably
say it was
looking at like 12.
900, like 900 watts.
No
Yeah,
way.
dude.
I'm
Look
running
it
little
up.
tiny ones.
All right,
Get
I
you one of
mean,
those meters you got. I know you got them.
you know,
I'm gonna look it up.
in the Midwest, where everybody has one in their basement, it's like knee high with like a gallon bucket on it, and I'm pretty sure it was like 900 watts because when I started mining, I was mining in my basement, and I was like, oh, there's a fan, I'll just use that. And then I learned about wattage and profit. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, dude.
cool.
All right, so I'm using the small bedroom dehumidifiers. They're
How much?
rated for 280 square feet. Let's see the wattage. I might be floored after this.
I hope not.
You're gonna be like, turn them
No,
off.
I hope not. Be mining a
It's
lot
a stand
more.
up or like something you put on a desk.
It's like sits on a
Yeah,
desk. They're
yeah, I
like this
know.
tall. Like that,
Oh,
the
oh
text
yeah,
like
that
that.
doesn't take that
Probably
much.
like 200 watts.
Yeah, we're talking about like a real
Yeah.
one, you know.
They work pretty good because like I got it in my kids' room, like up on a shelf out of the way,
Oh,
so
yeah.
they can't touch it. Because my kids are like, "Hey, Daddy, that's water. I could drink that." I'm like, "No, no, no." Like, can I have that one? No, no, sir. It doesn't show the wattage on it. Why? They're like supposed to.
Jackson
Probably don't
Digital
want.
got
They
tornadoes.
don't want you to know
Stay
the wattage.
safe, man.
Maybe you should provide us a meter update next stream.
No, he's intrigued now. I got him left.
Yeah.
I gotta know. I have to know if I'm literally like running a mining rig in that.
Oh, dude, on the
It's a
big
mine.
ones, you definitely are. Like the ones that stand up, that's
Yeah.
like a portable air conditioner, straight up, man.
Is
I
there
It's
could
like
go-
the same thing. You're just
All
not.
right, all right. I got the wattage. All right, so I'm gonna show it on screen here what it looks like, and then you guys are gonna guess the wattage.
Okay. I like
Okay,
that.
hold on. We can.
Can I
how do
see a
we-
picture of it? Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Ah,
This is the exact model I'm using.
I'm gonna guess like 85 to 150.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
up,
I
Geek
was-
of all trades? Welcome to the live chat, brother.
I was gonna say 125.
Geek says 60 watts.
60
You guys
watts.
are 80 to 150.
Digital saying
Digital.
300.
Choo.
I'm saying.
Well,
I
he's
know
smiling, so it can't be that bad.
because if you think about it, it does have a mini air conditioner inside of it.
It does make a little bit of noise.
Well,
It's
if like that's how it.
That's how it takes the air. I mean, the
Yeah.
water out of the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what an air conditioner is. It just doesn't cool.
Let's see the wattage, and they're gonna lie about it. Keep that
Of
in mind.
course.
So this is how it works: fan, heat sink, water.
Oh, that's that's like 30. That's like that's like 30 watts, dude.
It works well. Like
It
you
does.
definitely get water out of it. That's for sure. All right, let's see here. Where's the wattage again?
40 watt.
40
Okay.
watt.
Craig
Yeah.
Davison, big winner.
Yeah, Craig must have one. He
Yeah.
must have one. So yeah, if you need a small dehumidifier, we have one on our like dresser in our bedroom. Works like actually really good. We keep our humidity in the house right around like 40%. Much under that, and I noticed it feeling like kind of crusty. But that's tough, especially when you got the doors open and outside. Like let's see here, local weather, WRAL.com.
I'm literally buying 2 of those right now.
Here. Weather, I'm curious. It's 73% humidity at 73 degrees right now. Or no, wait. And it feels like 73. A lot of 73s right there. So, yeah, not bad. The dead of our summers get like straight up. Ugh.
Yeah, it's 78% humidity where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
It's
it gets bad
78
out your way
degrees.
too. And Lupe, yeah.
It's hot.
So
I walk out
Yeah.
sweating. You know what I mean? Can't even go to the car without sweating.
look at this. Look at that. Look at our Friday. But then next week, oh baby.
Ooh, you're gonna be wearing jackets and mittens.
90 degrees. Oh my god.
90, 89. We got a thunderstorm, 70, 63, 63, 63. That's going to feel so good.
Dude, that's crazy.
So my son got a hold of my phone. Apparently, he was about to order a $1,000 Segway 9-bot scooter because our neighbor has one. Has one of those little ride-on scooters.
What a savage, dude.
Delete.
Hey.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
No.
Rad CPU man said 40 watts. That's like 2 Bidax miners. I would run 2 Bidax miners in there, but they won't pull any humidity out of that room, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thanks for turning me on to that, dude. Because that's one reason I don't run humidifiers upstairs is the wattage draw. But if those work, I just ordered 2 of them.
Yeah, yeah. And then also, we're good. I had a text message. Also, another little home item is you know, there's like those air purifier things that had like the metal strips in them and they make like crackling noises. What were those called? You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You take the cover off and it'd be like 2 metal strips and air goes through it. And dang, can't remember what those are.
Me either. I remember what you're talking about though.
Yeah, it was like all the rage there for a while. Air purifier, like
ionizer, maybe. No, I know what you mean though. Yeah, it would like zap.
Ionic filters. That's what it was. That digital dumber. Yeah.
Yep.
Ionic filters. Anyway, my wife got like some little mini ones, and I was like, those things have to be like killing the power. I actually plugged those in because, you know, I'm like you can hear like almost like a little buzz or a hum. And I plugged those in. They're like literally 20 watts. Like, is it doing anything? You take it off and you like a little bit of dust you can wipe off of it.
That you could turn a PC fan on and have just as much. I learned something. If you take a dryer sheet and put it on the Delta fans and then like cut holes and zip tie it, not only does it keep dust off of your rig, but it makes your air smell good too.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You know what? We might need to pivot from miners to home accessory items.
Home accessory mine. I'm down.
Hey, you know what? We need a solo miner that also has removable inserts for like air fresheners.
Ooh.
You know, like.
Well, they do have those miners that heat your coffee cup, and you know those scents.
Seen those.
Do you have it? Does Wifey have the what's it called? The scented oils that like harden up. That you have a warmer, the warmer tray underneath it. Yeah. Just have a miner do that.
That would be kind of cool.
Dude, that actually is not a bad idea because I have like 3 candles that don't have wicks.
Yeah.
And I always think about it, I'm like, I need to get me a little wax warmer. And then when I get to the store, I'm looking at it, I'm like, $15. I'm not doing that. But if it can mine though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rad CPU man. I still want to, but we're gonna talk about that Monday on the Jellyfish holders meeting. Basically, right now there's a lot going on. There's no availability to just shoehorn that one in. But it's there. It's on the list, the ever growing list. I do have to jump off here though. I will be back over on Discord, so if you're gonna be up late tonight, please feel free to jump in and come hang out for a little bit. What was that? Glade plugins that also mine and plug them beaches in at Starbucks. I mean, those like tower Glade, like the you know the ones that you put the can in. You could totally fit a nerd miner in that. Glade miner.
You could fit a Bidax in one of those.
You could. You could fit a nerd miner in there and fit the can in there.
Dude, now we're all right. We need to quit giving our ideas away. That's what we're doing right now.
Oh, it's fine. I'd be okay with literally put a Bidax in like some kind of box form factor, and then you have like, and then there's a fan and have like removable like air freshener sheets or something. Right. Like you throw one in there, the fan's already blowing.
Well, you know they have the plugins, and the plugins all they do is heat a wick.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a big plug-in guy because those like catch people's houses on fire, don't they?
I mean, I've had them forever and ever. Mining was way more dangerous than
I'm more-
plugins.
I'm more of
fair
a
enough. Yeah.
I'm more of an infused oil with reeds kind of guy. I don't know if you've seen those. It's
With
like
reeds?
it's like a jar, and it has the essential oil in it, and then you put these sticks in it, and they soak up the stuff. And
I
then,
have seen those.
Yo, go 100%. Let's 3D print up a prototype. I do need to get up with you because I have an idea for something, and I'm not competent enough to model it in 3D. So yeah, I'll hit you up. Okay, geek or goat geek of all trades, goat of all trades. I keep wanting to say the wrong thing.
bro, we can make the LED. Okay, well, we need to make something obviously encase it, a jellyfish, of course, and then the LEDs inside of it will like light up the back, kind of like something like this. You know, like if you stuck an LED inside of there. Yeah.
I like it. I do
love
have to get off here though.
All right,
Yeah.
later, Brandon.
Yeah, I'll see y'all on the flip side.
Holla.
Thank
Bye,
you,
guys.
everybody, for coming. Appreciate you.
If you
Yep.
want anything, or loyalty, all that kind of stuff, make a help ticket, please. Don't act like you're bothering us. Pester us at
Pester.
staff. You know.
Let's go.
All right.
We'll be ready.
Bye, guys.
Holla.
Look at that. We had 28 on. We have more people on Twitter than YouTube. That's crazy.
That is crazy.